We're proposing an open standard for interoperable decision support tools, or, in other words, why it's a good idea to turn your analytics into reusable building blocks. You spent all that time writing your report. The problem is that you can't easily rerun your report because the process for preparing your report isn't documented. Each manual report requires a time-consuming recreation of steps. By turning your analytics into reusable building blocks, you can rerun the report on different data and swap parts in modular architectures. It also makes it possible to apply reinforcement learning algorithms that put the reusable blocks together to solve problems, because it can chain the inputs and outputs of each tool to move a system from state A to state B. We'd like to propose an open standard that not only makes it easier to turn a script into a web-based decision support tool, but also makes the resulting tools easier to maintain and stack on top of each other. Let's look at the proposed standard in more detail. The most important thing is to document your input and output variables for your script. Each variable should have defined an ID, view, and path. Using descriptive variable IDs helps future analysts use your tools. A variable view sets limits on the types of values accepted for each input variable, as well as gives hints on how to render each output variable. We have standard views such as text, number, table, link, password, as well as other ones like map, different kind of maps. You can also define custom variable views. By using either consistent variable IDs or custom variable views, it's possible to make modular architectures where we can swap one tool for another tool that has compatible inputs and outputs. For each variable, you also need to specify a path. For input variables, the path is where your script should expect to load the value of the input variable. For output variables, the path is where your script should save the value of the output variable. Make sure to include clear instructions using Markdown, including notes and examples on what types of data are needed for each of the input variables. Also important are batches, or in later versions called presets, and these are predefined values of your input variables that demonstrate proper usage of your tool. For example, suppose your tool prepares video clips. You can have one preset that makes long-form videos, and another preset that makes short videos for social media. Scripts can be Jupyter notebooks, Python scripts, or Bash commands that run code in any programming language supported by your environment. The default runtime environment is Podman, which, similar to Docker, runs containers. We recommend defining your own container image, or at least specifying each of the dependencies needed to run your script from a parent image. We include an open source reference implementation. You can pip install cross-compute, and we also have a custom Jupyter Lab extension that at the moment only supports Jupyter Lab 3. Our open source package is currently being used to automate reliability benchmarking reports for over 500 electric utilities. Contact us at support@crosscompute.com for if you have questions. Thank you.